on DD India.
Namaskar, welcome to India This Week. The India Pavilion at the Cannes Film Festival was inaugurated by INB Minister Anurag Singh Thakur. We will get to all the glamour and glitterati from the Marche du Film, that is Cannes Film Market. Well, Indian cinema's representation in the Cannes is a story of triumph of Indian talent and the trajectory of New India. Also, the country's first 5G test bed was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to enable startups and industry players to test and validate their products locally and reduce dependence on foreign facilities. So, in the next half an hour, we take you closer to all these big stories of the week, stories that map the rise of New India. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin with the top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Maya Devi Temple in Lumbini, performs Shilanyas for construction of the India International Centre for Buddhist Culture and Heritage in Lumbini. Prime Minister Modi attends the 2566th Buddha Jayanti celebrations in Lumbini along with Nepalese Prime Minister. PM also visits Kushinagar upon his return from Nepal. Prime Minister says India-Nepal relationship will work towards solving global problems guided by Buddha's teachings. INB Minister Anurag Singh Thakur inaugurates the India Pavilion at the Cannes Film Market. Marche du Film aims to make India a favourite destination for foreign filmmakers. India unveils schemes to incentivize shooting of foreign films and foreign co-productions with India. Poster of 53rd International Film Festival of India, IFFI, also unveiled. Prasoon Joshi, CBFC chairman, speaks on India being the country of honour at the Marche du Film, the incentive scheme for films announced by the INB minister, and the road ahead for Indian cinema. A look now at how India is making strides towards becoming a new India. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur inaugurated the India Pavilion at the Cannes Film Market. Marche du Film, aiming to make India a favourite destination for foreign filmmakers. Schemes were unveiled to incentivize shooting of foreign films and foreign co-productions with India. Also, poster of 53rd International Film Festival of India, IFFI, was also unveiled. Here's more.
Umhari ghumari chain kirari re ma Umhari ghumari chain kirari re ma Urajri ghumar ram ram jasa Urajri ghumar ram ram jasa Vande Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Vande Vande
A flavor of Indian folk music at the Cannes Film Festival. Yes, this is the scene at the inauguration of the India Pavilion. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur inaugurated the India Pavilion at Cannes Film Festival, Marche du Film. On this occasion, Union Minister released the official poster of 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India. Congratulating the India Pavilion, Thakur said, India Pavilion is a feather in our cap and only with your Vishwas and Prayas today, it will become the pioneer of the Indian dream tomorrow.
India Pavilion is a feather in our cap. Only with your Vishwas and Prayas today, it will become the pioneer of the India dream tomorrow. And I'll thank all the team members who have put all the efforts to put this together. I hope your experience at the India Pavilion will be worth remembering. मैं एक ही बात कह सकता हूं, जो भी भारतीय पवेलियन में आए वो वापस जाता हो यही कहे, मोगेम्बो खुश हुआ.
Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur unveiled 2 schemes to incentivize shooting of foreign films and foreign co-productions with India. The 2 schemes, Incentive Scheme for Audio-Visual Co-Production and Incentive Scheme Shooting of Foreign Films in India, are aimed at unleashing the potential of Indian media and entertainment industry. Talking about the aspects of the incentives, the minister informed that for official co-productions, international film production companies can claim a reimbursement of up to 30% on qualifying expenditure in India, subject to a maximum of $260,000. Foreign films shooting in India can claim an additional 5% bonus up to a maximum of $65,000, as additional reimbursement would be granted for employing 15% or more manpower in India. The minister said that the schemes will provide an impetus to global collaborations with India and attract investment from foreign filmmakers and help promote India as a filming destination.
I am delighted to announce that today in Cannes, an incentive scheme for audio-visual co-production and shooting of foreign films in India with a cash incentive of up to 30% with a cap of $260,000, and in the case of foreign films being shot in India, an additional bonus with a cap of $65,000 for employing 15% or more manpower in India. These are certain to propel our stories and culture to the audiences from across the world and allow for our culture, societal and informational cross-pollination at a scale and depth that was unimaginable before.
Film celebrities termed the India Pavilion as a moment of pride.
I also truly believe that India is at the cusp of greatness. This is just the beginning. We have the talent, we have the ability, and I think we just need that sort of conviction. And there will come a day, I truly believe, where India won't have to be at Cannes, Cannes will be in India.
Windows for pan-India films. And today being here at Cannes feels like an exactly same opportunity, because I think all of this happened very last minute. But I do understand that India has contributed for years together, and finally, in the 75th year, the partnering of the Cannes Festival with India is really iconic.
हमारी कंट्री में बहुत स्टोरीज हैं जो बहुत लोकल हैं लेकिन ग्लोबल लेवल पे बहुत वर्क कर सकती हैं वो, क्योंकि हर जगह पे एक स्टोरी है हमारे यहाँ पे.
Even though we have so many stories, we should tell stories. We have our own narrative about the West. We should be doing that. The West does Gandhi. Here's a man who's done Elizabeth, the Virgin Queen. So I'm super inspired about him.
The next Cannes is in India, because if it's not, then I don't know where Cannes will go. We are the land of stories. And forever our filmmakers have been saying, how do I adapt my story so the West loves it? The West is plateauing, the East is rising. Who is the East? We are the East. We are the culture. We are the storytellers.
We have to also make cinema making not a job of हिम्मत वाला. हमारे देश में हिम्मत वाले का काम हो गया, टैलेंट वाले का काम होना चाहिए, स्टोरी वाले का काम होना चाहिए. Because the film making and the process should become so simple and easy that someone who is dreaming out there in a small town of a small film could be, coming from absolutely, and we talk about diversity. How will the diversity come unless the empowerment happens?
This year, India has been chosen as the country of honor at Cannes. India wants to share with global audiences the country's cinematic brilliance, technical expertise, glorious culture, and a great heritage of storytelling. With bureau inputs, Shyama Mishra and Munmun Bhattacharya's report, DD India, Cannes.
Next in India this week, we present to you our Newsmaker of the Week. Our correspondent covering the Cannes Film Festival, Munmun Bhattacharya, spoke with Prasoon Joshi, CBFC chairman, on India being the country of honour at the Marche du Film, the incentive scheme for films announced by the INB minister, and the road ahead for Indian cinema. Take a listen.
Welcome to Doordarshan.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It was a very vibrant session that you had participated in. A lot was said, and it was said that India should aim at IFFI of the world and not Cannes of the East. So there is a big vision that India has going forward from here. You know, first of all, what does being the country of honour at the Marche du Film mean for India?
But it definitely means, this is Cannes is a place which everybody looks up to. I think they have celebrated great cinema here. We have seen great filmmaker, been awarded here. A lot of people have debuted here. So I think it's a place, if you get the honor of being the country of focus, it's a great honor. India should not be just looked at as a market and numbers of people and eyeballs. India should also be seen as the land of storytellers, the land of कथावाचक. हमारी cultural voice तभी बनेगी जब हम इंडिया को सिर्फ एक मार्केट नहीं, एक विचारक, एक स्टोरी जहाँ पे कहानियाँ पैदा होती हैं, जहाँ कहानियाँ कहने को हैं, जहाँ विचार हैं, जहाँ संस्कृति है, जो लोगों को देखनी चाहिए, सुननी चाहिए, क्योंकि इंडिया के पास बहुत कुछ, भारत के पास बहुत कुछ कहने को है. We have a great tradition of it, and there is a huge continuum to our civilization.
An incentive scheme has also been announced for film co-production as well as making of foreign films in India. How big a boost will that be in making India the cinema hub of the world?
If you get incentives, if you get encouraged for shooting in India and producing in India, all these incentives will definitely encourage people to come and produce and work in India. So I think these are welcome initiatives.
What is the roadmap going forward from Cannes to IFFI to further? The Indian ambassador to France spoke about how he's proposing an international film festival in Paris every year. So what is the future vision?
Future vision is that, as I said in the earlier also, that India's confidence, which you can see in various other sectors. Our Prime Minister talks about the confidence of India, and he is constantly inspires youth to be entrepreneurs, to initiate, to start a change. And as you can see, people are in various other sectors, the startups, the way they are happening. I think in films also, I think the confidence of telling your own stories, the stories of our country, हमारे देश की जो कहानियां हैं, उनको कहने का विश्वास और साहस. अब इंडिया को लीड करना है. हम जब कहते हैं विश्व गुरु बनना है, तो उसका बहुत अहम पार्ट होता है सॉफ्ट पावर. आप अपनी जो थिंकिंग है, जो आपकी क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग है, आपका आर्ट है, वो आर्टिस्टिक थिंकिंग है, उसके माध्यम से जो एंटरप्रेन्योरियलिज्म आना चाहिए, एंड आइडिया स्टार्टअप्स इज वेयर आई सी द नेक्स्ट स्टेप. अपने यंग लोगों को जिन्हें ट्रेनिंग की ज़रूरत है, जो आज किसी वजह से अपने आइडियाज़ को, अपनी फिल्मों को नहीं बना पा रहे हैं, अपनी बात नहीं कह पा रहे हैं, उनके लिए आसान करने की आवश्यकता है. यंगस्टर्स, यूथ है हमारे देश का, जिसके पास हु इज बबलिंग विद आइडियाज़, उनको दिशा मिले, उनके लिए फिल्म बनाना आसान हो. छोटे शहरों से आए हुए लोग, रूरल एरियाज से आए हुए लोग भी फिल्म बनाने की सोच सकते. वो टैलेंट होना चाहिए, और टैलेंट के बाद सरकार और कॉर्पोरेट और वेयरएवर पॉसिबल वी हैव टू मेक श्योर कि ये एक इजी प्रोसेस बने. और विश्व जो है, इसके साथ अगर हमको विश्व से कुछ सीखना है, तो वो है जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी है. कई चीज़ें जो है पहले कई देशों में बहुत एक्सपेरिमेंट्स हुए हैं, तो हमें उस सीखने से परहेज नहीं होना चाहिए. और ये फेस्टिवल्स जो होते हैं, चाहे वो फ्रांस में हो, चाहे वो बर्लिन में हो, चाहे न्यूयॉर्क में हो, उससे हमें सीखने की हमेशा कोशिश करनी चाहिए.
बहुत धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए. So we just heard Prasoon Joshi, who gave out the vision for India to become the cinema hub of the world, and also spoke about what it really means to be the country of honour at the Marche du Film. With cameraman Mohit Joshi, this is Munmun Bhattacharya from Cannes for DD India.
And next we present to you our talking point. Did India's Munmun Bhattacharya spoke to Preeti Opala, a Hollywood actress of Indian origin who walked down the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival. She spoke about India being accorded the country of honour at the Cannes Film Market and the message going out from the festival to the entire world this year.
We have with us Preeti Opala. She is a Hollywood actor of Indian origin. She is now based in Los Angeles and she's a former Miss India International as well. Welcome to Doordarshan.
Namaste to all your wonderful viewers and namaste to India. Thank you for having me on your wonderful show.
The pleasure is ours. So you walked down the red carpet and you've done that several times before. So I want to ask you that was this a different experience this time around?
Absolutely. This is my 11th Cannes Film Festival and this is, I think, the most profound year as far as India is concerned because, of course, as you know, we are the country of honor and I believe this is the first time that a country has been honored at this amazing, the best film festival in the world, and it's very timely. Perfect, I think, as France and India get closer. There was a lot of energy. Everybody's talking about India. Even the local French people are India, you know, it's Indian movie, Indian content, India the nation. I think what India stands for in the world is becoming very, very important and needed, I think, in the world.
It's a special year for India and for Cannes as well. This is the 75th anniversary of Cannes. This is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav year also for India. 75 years of Indian independence is what is being celebrated. And there is a country of honor status at the Marshedu film. There's a country of honor status at Cannes next in Marshedu film as well, where startups are pitching to the audiovisual industry. Is it a special occasion for India? How does it feel since you are of Indian origin?
Absolutely. I mean, even though I'm based in Los Angeles, my spirit, my Atma is still very Indian, very Bharatiya, and when I come here, I represent my motherland and I'm so proud I can hold my head up high. I think India's done phenomenal. We have, delegation from India here. We've got different ministries present. I've been coming for many years. India has always had a presence at this film festival, but I think this year we've taken it to the next level and we're really arrived on the global stage, making our voices heard, and not just the Hindi cinema, but vernacular languages, regional languages, which I think are coming up with the most interesting content that I think the whole world can enjoy and appreciate. So I think it's a big moment for India.
You worked for Hollywood movies, you worked for Bollywood movies as well. Is there an edge that you see in the storytelling that Indians do, and what would you define this edge as?
Fantastic point. I think if we stick true to our nature of what Bharat is, the way of peace, diplomacy, that's the message that currently India is giving to the world. It's a very, I think, important message, and maybe it's standing alone in that message. If that is infused in our content, in our films, then I think we have a lot to share to the world.
Do you think that India has the potential to be the content hub or content subcontinent of the world, and also the preferred post-production hub for global filmmakers?
You know what, I'm surprised that it hasn't already, because of the facilities that we have. We've got also young students, young talent who are top of their game when it comes to post and things like that. I don't know why we are not already sort of the center, even for Hollywood projects. I think we can offer a great product, very competitive prices and so on. I'm sure many filmmakers would be interested, but this would be the time to push that message. I think Hollywood is really looking out for alternatives. India stands strong. I think it stands out.
This 75th edition of the Cannes Film Festival was keenly awaited because 2022 festival was cancelled and 2021 was a scaled back affair. Now that the festival is underway, what is the message that is going out to the world from Cannes?
I think the message from India's perspective is India has arrived, and watch out, and we are here, we are ready to serve. I think we are ready to share our incredible culture with the world.
Thank you so much, Preeti, for speaking to us. So that was Preeti Opala, a Hollywood actor of Indian origin who is here at the Cannes Film Festival. She walked down the red carpet and she was telling us about her views of the Cannes Film Festival and India's potential as the cinema hub of the world. With cameraman Mohit Joshi, this is Munmun Bhattacharya from Cannes for DD India.
Time now for some glimpses of India's rich cultural diversity in our segment Incredible India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the 2566th Buddha Jayanti celebrations at the International Convention Centre and Meditation Hall at Lumbini. Both Prime Ministers visited the Maya Devi temple, within which lies the birthplace of Lord Buddha. He laid the foundation stone of the India International Centre for Buddhist Culture and Heritage in Lumbini Monastic Zone. The Prime Minister also visited Lord Buddha's Mahaparinirvana Sthal in Kushinagar.
Buddha is the embodiment of the collective understanding of humanity. Enhancing the deep-rooted kinship and cultural linkages, Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the 2566th Buddha Jayanti celebration at International Convention Centre and Meditation Hall at Lumbini. Prime Minister addressed over 2,500 attendees, which included monks, Buddhist scholars and international participants. Prime Minister said India-Nepal relationship will work towards solving global problems with Buddha's ideologies.
जिस तरह की वैश्विक परिस्थितियां बन रही हैं, उसमें भारत और नेपाल की निरंतर मजबूती होती मित्रता, हमारी घनिष्ठता संपूर्ण मानवता के हित का काम करेगी और इसमें भगवान बुद्ध के प्रति हम दोनों ही देशों की आस्था, उनके प्रति असीम श्रद्धा हमें एक सूत्र में जोड़ती है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with his Nepalese counterpart, performed the foundation stone laying ceremony for construction of the India International Centre for Buddhist Culture and Heritage in the Lumbini Monastic Zone. The centre will be constructed by the International Buddhist Confederation, New Delhi. Prime Ministers also unveiled a model of the centre. Buddhist Centre will be the first net zero emission building in Nepal.
हमारे सहयोग के इस दशकों पुराने सपने को साकार करने में प्रधानमंत्री देवबा जी ने उनका अहम योगदान है. लुम्बिनी डेवलपमेंट ट्रस्ट के अध्यक्ष के रूप में उन्होंने इंटरनेशनल बुद्धिस्ट कन्फेडरेशन को इसके लिए जमीन देने का निर्णय लिया था और अब इस प्रोजेक्ट को पूरा करने में भी उनकी ओर से पूरा सहयोग किया जा रहा है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited the Maya Devi temple and paid their respects at the marker stone inside the Maya Devi temple premises. Prime Minister also gave dakshina to the Buddhist monks. PM Modi expressed delight at getting the opportunity to visit the temple. Prime Minister also signed the visitors' book at Maya Devi temple in Lumbini and also lit lamps near the Ashoka pillar located adjacent to the temple. The pillar, which was erected by Emperor Ashoka in 249 BC, bears the first epigraphic evidence of Lumbini being the birthplace of Lord Buddha. The two Prime Ministers watered the Bodhi tree sapling from Bodh Gaya, which was gifted by PM Modi to Lumbini in 2014. Prime Minister also visited Buddha's Mahaparinirvana Sthal in Kushinagar. Prime Minister offered prayers and shivar to the Lord Buddha.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi definitely marked this occasion in a very elaborate manner with visiting Lumbini in the first leg of his visit and then coming to Kushinagar, Lumbini being the birthplace of Lord Buddha and then Kushinagar being the place which Buddha chose for his final departure, or as we call it, Mahaparinirvana. With camera person S. Shankar, this is Meghna Dev for DD India from Kushinagar.
A look now at the insights into the contributions made by India's freedom fighters as India celebrates 75th year of its independence. In today's episode of Saga of Freedom, we will pay tribute to the prominent leader of the First War of Indian Independence, Nana Sahib Peshwa II, who fought against East India Company in Kanpur. Also, we remember revolutionary freedom fighter Purna Talukdar, who took part in the Chittagong revolutionary movement, activist Vitthal Das Vallabh Das Chandan, and martyr Gulab Khan. Take a look.
The 21st of May is the birth anniversary of Gandhian freedom fighter Omyo Kumar Das, who was born in 1895 in the Nagaon district of Assam. Popularly known as Lok Nayak, he was a social worker, a Gandhian by ideology, an educationist, and a well-known writer. Omyo was raised by his maternal grandfather Lakshmikant Barkakati, who was a nationalist himself and influenced the personality of young Omyo.
Omyo was studying in Tezpur High School when he took part in the 1905 Partition of Bengal movement. At the same time, he also worked as a labourer to generate the much-needed funds for the nation's needs. His nationalistic spirit was further strengthened in college, when as a volunteer in the Calcutta session of Congress, he heard stalwarts like Gandhiji, Surendranath Banerjee, Annie Besant, and other speakers.
When Gandhiji launched the non-cooperation movement in 1920, Omyo worked to mobilize the youth around him to take part in the movement. During this movement, thousands of students left educational institutions. Foreign goods were boycotted, liquor and opium shops were picketed, and law courts were shunned.
In 1921, when Omyo was the General Secretary of the Tarang District Congress, the movement gained even more momentum. On one occasion, while attempting to picket a liquor shop, he was confronted with an angry woman who had come to purchase liquor. Omyo convinced her about the negative impact of liquor consumption. The woman was so inspired by Omyo that she vowed to stop consuming liquor. She then participated actively in the non-cooperation movement. That was the kind of leadership Omyo displayed.
He was imprisoned many times for his participation in the freedom struggle.
He was elected to Assam Legislative Assembly in 1937. He also served as a member of the Constituent Assembly. As the Labour Minister, he took the initiative to set up the Tea Plantation Workers Provident Fund for the benefit of tea plantation workers of Assam, and as the Education Minister, he reformed the education system by incorporating the concept of basic education.
Omyo was also a social reformer and popular writer. Besides writing books like Gandhiji Jibon and Ohomot Mahatma, he also translated Gandhiji's autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth, into Assamese, Mor Hotto Onbokhonor Kahini. In 1963, the Government of India conferred the Padma Bhushan on him for his contributions to the nation.
Omyo Kumar Das passed away on the 23rd of January 1975, leaving behind a legacy of his commitment and patriotism. We also remember Thala Singh, a resident of Mandi, Himachal Pradesh. He was a soldier in the British Indian Army. During the Second World War, Thala Singh joined the Indian National Army in Malaya and served as Havaldar. He lost his life fighting the British forces on the Burmese front on the 21st of May 1944. We salute the brave son of the soil.
So that's it in this edition of India This Week. We will be back next week with all those stories that map the rise of new India. Until we meet again, you take very good care of yourself. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.